Welcome back everyone to Lammis Creations DIY. My name is Tammy. I am so happy that you are able to join me today on this wonderful Thursday, 2 days before Christmas. With that being said, let's start crafting. For this first craft, I'm using this piece of scrap white pine. It's glued together and I drew out kind of like a wibbly circle pattern and 2 mitts, and I'm going to cut them out with my jigsaw. And here's how they turned out. Then I'm going to sand everything really well using my hand sander. After that's all done, we're going to give everything 1 coat of white paint. And as you can see, I'm going from the middle out, and that's so that on the edges I don't get any of those big drip marks for when it drips down. So that's why I did it this way. I do all the sides and I do the mitts, but just the edges and the top of the mitts. We don't need to do the bottom. Now that the white is dry on the mitts, we're going to take some white acrylic paint and a little dab of black, mix it all together to make a nice light gray, and we're going to coat the mitts with this gray on the front and on all the edges. Again, don't worry about the back because we won't see that. And I only give this 1 coat. Now, using this styrofoam ball, I believe it's a 4-inch, and these old pajama pants that don't fit any of my boys anymore, we're going to take one of the legs, and the bottom part of the leg, we're going to wrap it around the styrofoam ball. And then I measure out, I don't really know the measurement, it's about, I would say, 14 inches long. Cut it off. I take a piece of string and I tie it off about 1.5 inches down from the end. I just tie it off with a couple knots. Then, taking my scissors, I give it a shaggy end. Just snipping along the fabric just to give it a nice wispy end. Now, taking my hot glue, we're going to glue the hat down, or the pajama pant down, just here and there around the ball. And yes, it's going to be a hat. Taking my black Sharpie marker, we're going to draw on some eyes. And then taking some blue acrylic paint, I'm going to paint in the bottom part of the eyes because I wanted him to have some blue eyes. Just going slowly, taking my time. I take some black acrylic paint, give my snowman my snowman head some eyebrows. And then while I'm waiting for that to dry, I take a skewer stick and I paint the end of this skewer stick orange so we can have his nose. Taking the end of a paintbrush, I dab it into some white and I give him those little dots in the middle of his eyes. Now that the nose is dry, we're going to snip it off. And I wanted it to be kind of on an angle, so I push it into the styrofoam ball kind of on an angle. Add a little bit of hot glue and hold it there until it sets. And then I add a little more of hot glue on top. Taking my black paint marker, we're going to draw him on a crooked little smile. Cute little smile. Then I take some white acrylic paint and some pink. And I use this round sponge dabber brush. And we're going to give him some cute little rosy cheeks. He's outside. Gotta have rosy cheeks. Now, taking the other end of the pant leg, we're going to measure off, snip off a little piece, cut that piece in half, and then we're going to glue it onto the end of the mitts, giving it a little cuff. And I do that to both the mitts. Then I take my scissors and I trim around the edge to make sure it's all nice and clean. Now, taking the head of our snowman and the bottom part of the board, we're going to take some E6000 put it around the bottom. And then we're going to take a whole bunch of hot glue, put it in the middle, stick our head where we want it onto the platform, and hold it there until it sets. And this is what it looks like so far. Now, taking his mitts, you're going to place them down on the board, wherever you like. And again, using E6000 on both the mitts and some hot glue, we're going to glue his mitts down onto the board. Our poor snowman is melting. Oh no! Taking some more of that pajama pant, I'm going to take the leg, cut it down in half, and then on the other side I cut halfway up. And then I'm going to do a hem all along the edges to give it a nice clean edge. Now we're going to wrap that around the snowman's head, and then we're going to glue it as close as we can between the snowman head and the board, so we don't see all that hot glue in there. And it cleans it up a bit and gives him a scarf. Then I turn it around, I trim off the back, just following the board, and I just tuck and glue until that's all nice in place. Looking something like that. I'm going to fray the ends of the scarf, which was actually the bottom of the pant legs. And then taking another piece of the pant leg part, we're going to take a piece and wrap it around the end of his hat to cover up that string. Now the fun part, taking some stuffing from a pillow or whatever you have, and just using my fingers, I'm going to spread it out and fluff it out. And then I'm going to use some hot glue, put it down onto the board, and place the fluff on top, making it look like snow. And I just continue doing this all the way around. Everywhere there's a board that you can see, I put some of this fluff down just to cover it up and help it to look like snow. And when you're all done that, this project is done. I made one of these guys, I would say 17 years ago. And I thought, why not try and make another one? This is a bigger version of what I had made, and of course a little different. But I'll show you, the end photo is the one that I made about 17, 18 years ago. He was made using toe socks. Does anyone know what toe socks are? Or have you ever worn them? I have, and I actually liked wearing them. Let me know down in the comments. And here's the one I made years ago. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today and watching my video. I know it's getting close to Christmas, so it's hard to watch things, so I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. I would like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I hope everyone enjoys their holiday season. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!